What's good, everybody? Welcome back to All Things Ash. Today we have a message from the mat because I haven't done this in a while and I felt led to today. So we're just going to see what Spirit wants us to know for the week ahead. Today is the 17th of September. Happy Independence Day to my Latino comunidad. I am Mexicana, so yesterday was our Independence Day. Hope you all celebrated responsibly and healthily and joyfully. For those of you who don't know, it is not Cinco de Mayo, so please don't insult my people. Yeah, I know that there were a lot of, we're gonna start over. No, not Spirit, yo. All right, damn, okay. I know that there are a lot of celebrations going on, so for those of y'all who went out to have fun and party, I was with you in spirit. Today was a lot of celebrations too, given that it's Sunday, and I personally needed to rest. As much as I really wanted to go out, I had to rest myself. So now that I've done so, and I've taken it easy today, since it's my only day off for the week, I was rested enough to receive, and Spirit told me to get on the mat and start shuffling. So I was going to get on the mat and do some yoga, but Spirit said to shuffle first. What can I do? You know, here we are. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. This is victory coming in. This is what we don't see coming, which is absolutely beautiful to start with. I love this. So we have, ooh, interesting. All right, y'all. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Star, Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands. With the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I love this. Mind you, this is a collective reading. This is not for any one sign, but this is just for whoever is tapping in right now. And if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Maybe another message will in the future, but oh, I forget the Star has a naked lady, so YouTube be tripping off of that, right? I hope they didn't see it long enough, but in all honesty, I don't really care. It's just the YouTube thing, but yeah. So, Nine of Pentacles, harvest time. It's a harvest time, which is perfect because we are in fall now. It literally is about to be, if not already starting to be harvest time, with fall coming in, and a lot of the crops that have been out there growing are about to start being utilized by the community if they haven't already. One of the biggest times of the year for harvesting is fall. And that's not to say that you can't harvest in other times of the year, because you definitely can. It's just that fall tends to be that major time. So there's some things here. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of fruition. If you have a community garden, can you see this? If you have a community garden, Spirit is telling you go spend some time in it. If you have your own garden, spend some time in it, right? But especially if you have a community garden, go and just walk around, take a look at what's there to grow, take a look at all of the fruit around you. There's so much wealth and richness around us, and so often we look at wealth and richness as material objects, you know, new cars, the latest phone, or whatever. But Spirit is saying there's a lot to harvest in your immediate surroundings, in your community already. You know, take a look around at the richness and readjust your perspective, because it's right there. It's right there in front of you. The Star. You know what? The Star has been coming up a lot lately. So let's see. Darkness is turned into light. The Star is peaceful and content in her nudity. Sounds like me. She has been born anew and become stronger from her trials. She is free and unburdened, not trying to balance or control anything, but is happily pouring her cups full of life, energy, and love out into the world. The Abyss, symbol of creativity and inspiration, flies high in the sky above her, and the stars shine brightly for her. Despair has turned to hope. Your wounds are healing, your scars are fading, so bask in this time of peace and serenity. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Let yourself be free and accept these calm moments. The earth and everyone around you will the earth and everyone around you will rejuvenate you, comfort you, and fill you with joy. You are a shining beacon of possibility, so dream big and wish on that shooting star. So I want to say something about this card, because this card can be about tarot in general, right? But with this card, as an example, this card can be so many different things, just like other cards within the tarot deck. They all can, right? It's all dependent on the context of the reading. You want to be able to look at the bigger picture. Yes, breaking down the individual cards is helpful, but in order to get that full story, you have to be able to look at the bigger picture. So recently, the star has been coming up in a sense of, in readings that I've been doing, in the sense of pouring into two different energies, you know, where one might not be serving you and the other one, you know, is. Or you're pouring into a source that's already plentiful and overpouring in a source that, you know, like, take a look at what's going on. Pouring into the pond, but then also pouring into the grass, and it's dispersing. So in some cases, that disbursement is necessary, right? In other cases, it's just making a mess. So context is very important. I want you to understand that when it comes to how this resonates for you. Interesting. I want to say, I'm not quite sure what kind of bird this is, but it's giving stork vibes. It's giving, there's some fertility here, especially with all of this fruition coming in and all of these wands. This, you've got the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot here that is growing, that is coming to life, that is, if it hasn't been cooking already, it's cooking up right now, right? But for this particular reading, the star is given, you know what? Yes. Go harvest your stuff, right? Harvest the richness around you, but also allow yourself to rest in knowing that you are where you need to be. You have served in the ways that you've needed to serve. You are in your divine light, your divine purpose. Everything is manifesting. It may take time, because when it comes to crops, they take time, right? Pouring into these two different spaces, the outcome and the effects of it takes time to see, okay? Like when you pour water into earth, you're looking for something to grow. It takes time to see that, but it's coming in hot. It's coming in hot. And so when you do harvest and you do take that time to rest in yourself and your own flow and the flow of nature around you, the flow of the things in your community around you, this is what comes of it. That fiery wand, that ignition, that power, that, you know, I'm a fire sign. So for me, that makes sense. Like, I just think of a flame going up, right? Like y'all, I'm not, y'all can clown me on my side effects. I'm okay with that. But this is very interesting. With the Four of Wands, I was arguing, well, not arguing. I wasn't trying to argue, but someone was being combative with me on the definition and the energy behind the Four of Wands. And this is interesting that this is coming up, because, again, each card can hold different meanings. So in honor of that, we're going to reference the guide on this one, because I want to tell you, Spirit is leading me to tell you that this is a sense of foundation, family, you know, four pillars of the home, victory, celebration, especially victory with this coming. Ooh, this was the bottom of the deck, right? The Six of Wands. This is also a card about victory. But the Ace of Wands, oh shit, in the world. Oh, and the Queen of Pentacles, y'all, I'm gonna stop. Because I'm like, this was supposed to be the bottom of the deck cards, but Queen of Pentacles, like, Queen of Pentacles, the world. Eight of Wands coming in fast. I told y'all it's coming in hot. And the Six of Wands, this is absolutely beautiful. I love this. Okay, back to we'll touch on the Ace of Wands first and then the Four of Wands, because I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a little exciting. I'm excited for y'all. High above a desert landscape, baking in the sun and heat, your wand burns with passion. A fire has been lit within you, and there's no putting it out. Allow this burning drive within you to push you forward into new things. Harness that creativity. It's time to go start this wild journey. See, I told y'all, you coming through hot. Like, okay. Four of Wands. The garden is growing luxuriously, and the garden. You see those three poles right behind her, right? What if that's a nod to this? I'm reading the reference for the Four of Wands, which I don't always read the reference. A lot of times I'll go by intuition, but I want to be thorough with you guys and also allow you guys to see that I still study tarot on a regular basis. This is not just something that you just figure out one day and you just go by it, and then by what you learn the one time, and then that's it. Like, you continuously learn. So I try to reference resources as much as possible, and I'm going to be transparent with you guys about that. So Four of Wands I'm talking about, but they're referencing the garden, okay? So the garden is growing luxuriously, and these two have wandered away from their stress and planning to have a little fun. It might be a surprise, but you've got some good times on the horizon. Take a break from your hard work and put all your energy into treating yourself. Celebration. Celebrate. The energy of celebration. This is so necessary. Okay. Fine, we'll touch on the Six of Wands since they're all ones. Six of Wands, a V for victory. See, you just won a big battle and now you can enjoy the rewards. Your admiring supporters cheer you on in a victory parade since you've just accomplished something big. Success is yours. Enjoy your moment and let your ego get that boost. So oftentimes ego is spoken of in a negative light, and that's not always the case. Ego is good for us. Ego helps us discern things. Okay, in this particular reading, you should big yourself up. You should allow yourself to receive the love that people are trying to give to you, that, you know, when they're trying to pour into you, allow yourself to receive that, to bask in that, because that in itself, the receiving of that, to have that around you is the victory. So you can allow your ego to be stroked because you have put yourself, you've done the work and you've planted the seeds to put yourself in a space of manifesting to get this reaction, to come to this outcome. You've put in the work to get here. This is not for nothing. This is not just like empty praise. So Eight of Wands coming in. I'm not even going to go into that because Eight of Wands is pretty transparent. But Spirit is telling me to also pull from this before I finish the reading. So these cards, this is my Rider-Waite deck and my my romance oracle deck. Now, these cards I had in my bag from work because sometimes I like to bring cards with me. They got jumbled up and mixed up, and I was getting ready to separate them, but then a few cards fell out. This was earlier before I started recording. A few cards fell out and Spirit said, keep reading. So I did. And I'm being led to keep reading with them jumbled up to see, you know, within the mixture what happens and what comes up. So it's going to be a little challenging because it's double the cards, so work with me here. But we're going to see what Spirit wants us to know. Thank you, Spirit. Love yourself first. Ooh, we don't want the book, though. I'll take that one over here that fell between my legs. Hold on. Oh, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, that's not necessarily bad. For some, separation is a scary card because a lot of folks are traumatized by abandonment and situations that, you know, where separation is involved. I'm not getting that for this reading, though. Interesting. What is happening here, Spirit? No, this is a lot. Give me one at a time, please. Y'all saw that, right? Hierophant, this Pisces energy, but it's in reverse. Giving and learning. Okay. Interesting. This is going to be longer than I expected. Hopefully the video doesn't cut off. If it does, then I'll do a part 2. Devil on the bottom of the deck. Temptation, distractions. Okay. Unhealthy cords that need to be cut, things that are weighing you down, slowing you down, saying to beware and be careful of these things. Use discernment because you don't want to fall into that trap. So, this is very interesting. We have, from the Rider-Waite deck, in no particular order, because I'm not going to remember that. 5 of Swords. The Queen of Wands. The 4 of Wands again. Okay, this is the second time this came out, y'all. The Hierophant, this one came out reverse. There could be a Pisces who is off their game, is what I'm getting. 6 of Swords in reverse as well. And that's connected to this stagnancy of not being able to move forward, okay? And this looks like a depressing card. It's not necessarily. It can be associated with that based on the energy. But with this particular reading, again, context is everything. This particular reading, this card is about moving forward from the dreariness, okay? This card is about moving on from the things that were just cloudy, that weren't giving life, you know, like when the clouds are blocking the sun will still shine through, right? But it's just, its effect is not as strong. And so sometimes you have to venture out of that in order to get to that abundance. But this came out in reverse. So that means that there's some stagnancy here, and it has to do with someone being off their game with their intuition. And it's interesting because with all of this beautiful energy, why are we getting this, right? And it's because you're paranoid. Someone's paranoid and like looking over their shoulders all the time. Someone is used to battling all the time. But look, you see all them swords right there on the ground? Those are the former battles that they fought. And they still got 1, 2, 3. They still got a hold of 3. So they know that the battle is not done, but there's wind blowing around them. The energy is tense, okay? Like they're looking over their shoulders all the time. They possibly in their head a lot. Maybe there's some lack of trust here. Possibly within the situation, but I'm also getting a sense of lack of trust within themselves and your own, like within yourselves and your own instincts. Interestingly enough, though, their hair looks like fire. As many times as I've pulled this card, I've never noticed that. Their hair looks like fire. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me get it to focus a bit. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. But anyway, there's some stagnation here. That's okay. That's to be expected. Nothing in life is perfect. And that could be the cause for the separation right here. It doesn't necessarily need to be a physical separation. It can be a mental and emotional separation. You know, oftentimes when we're fighting battles, we distract ourselves. We are distracted. We don't distract ourselves. We're busy fighting those battles. So we are distracted from other things that matter. Okay, and for some of you guys, these battles, these swords that are on the ground are the things that are being neglected. And for others, they are indicative of the previous battles fought, right? But for those who feel like it resonates more with them as far as these being the things that are being neglected, these battles were lost. Or their current battles that feel like they're being lost. But there's still an option here. There's still 3 swords in hand here, okay? I love that the 4 of Wands came out twice. I absolutely love this. I'm not going to read the definition for that again. But just know that this energy is what you really want to bank on. Okay, this is not something to play with. This is something to celebrate. This is a time of celebration. It's so funny that this is coming out to me because celebration was a thing for me yesterday that became a topic of debate, to put it lightly. Some of y'all are just so used to fighting that you just don't know how to celebrate. You don't know how to celebrate. Spirit is saying, you know, like, it's okay. You can put your guard down. Romantically, yeah, love yourself first, okay? There's definitely some codependency here. Some codependency could be from your partner. It could be from yourself. It could be not even in regards to you and your partner specifically, or like you and a person that you're dating specifically, whether you're, you know, tight or not, or but it could just be like a habit that's affecting your love life, that's affecting your romance, whether you are committed to somebody or just dating or single, you know, like however you take it, just understand that there's a level of codependency here on habits or things that influence your relationship. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yeah. Forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for those of you in connection, this is most likely your person. And for those of you who are not quite connected yet, you know, keep an open mind. This could be the one. But there is a lot of forgiving and learning. And this forgiving and learning that's coming through has to do with this energy right here, this energy right here, okay? This energy right here, and the imbalance, because in order to get past it, you have to forgive yourself and those around you for the experience that unfolded. You have to forgive yourself and the factors, the people who were involved in everything that led you to become in that energy that had a part in creating that, in order to be able to celebrate. You're looking onto new horizons, the Three of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy in this reading, and it's not even Leo season. It's not even a fire sign season. It's Virgo season right now, but there's a lot of fire energy in this reading. Not to mention the devil at the bottom of the deck. Like, you see how their tails are fire? It's just, even within the temptations, there's fire there too. But don't get burned with the temptations, because all fire ain't good fire. Just like all money ain't good money, all fire ain't good fire. Be careful, y'all. There's different types of fire from different elements, different chemicals, right? You don't want this fire right here that's attached to their tails, to the distractions, right? To this code. This actually is very, very much codependency. Codependency and the devil definitely go hand in hand, because there's some things that need to be let go of here. Some cords that need to be cut in order for these things to manifest. That fire could be a chemical fire. Chemicals are toxic. Toxicity in connections and relations, right? Oh shit, there's three. You want the fire from the wands, from the wood, the natural resources fire. Anything else, Spirit? We have scarcity, grounding, speak up. If y'all are fucking with this video and you're vibing, please like, thumbs up. You can subscribe, and if you do, make sure you hit the bell so you can select all or however you choose. But please, you know, subscribe, like the video, especially if you're rocking with me and interesting. You don't want me to let go of that. Okay, fine. Level up. Bottom of the deck is level up. All right. We are too busy being victorious, and we are for damn sure way too busy looking forward, celebrating, reigning in our power to not level up. Look at this. Alchemy. Alchemy and the queen. Alchemy is Nefertiti, right? But look at her next to the Queen of Wands. And in the Queen of Wands, there's a black cat. And cats, even though it's not in the Nefertiti card, cats for those of y'all who don't know, if you didn't know, then okay, cool. But a lot of us know that cats are very sacred in Egyptian culture and history, especially in this era. You see how that mirrors each other? That's absolutely beautiful. Alchemy. Feeling safe. Tituba. Sauche. Grounding. Mamekumba bang. Speak up, okay? Some of y'all need to speak up. Some of y'all need to use your voice more. Assert yourself. Say it with your chest, basically, okay? Say it with your chest. Like, when you speak, pay attention to your posture, especially when you're trying to get something across. Pay attention to your posture. If you find your shoulders going forward or your back slouching or humping, straighten up. Straighten up and speak with your chest, okay? Speak from your core if you have to. Speak from your groin. Shout out to Eric Arsenault, who is a vocal coach who taught me that years ago in one of his YouTube videos. He is still on YouTube and social media, Instagram, I'm sure a few others, but those are the two places I follow him. Eric Arsenault is a great vocal coach, and this is probably coming up, Spirit. This is a separate download. I probably need to get back to my vocal warm-ups. Received, thank you. But he teaches folks to breathe from your groin. Root that breath from your groin. Not necessarily from your stomach. Like, you can breathe from your chest, you can breathe from your stomach, but to breathe from your groin, it's like pulling you up, right? You're anchored. Speak up. Level up. This is so beautiful. I love this. I want to keep going, but then this reading is going to be forever. And Spirit is saying we're good right here. So I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Again, please hit the thumbs up, comment to let me know, if you're resonating with this. If all you want to do is put an emoji, that's cool too. But if you fucking with it and you resonating with it, go ahead and put in level up or victory, or whichever key word stood out for you in regards to any of these cards stood out for you. Just go ahead and just put that one word or that one phrase in the comments. Claim that. Speak up. Literally speak up. Even if the only place you speak up or to claim that energy is in the comments, words are powerful. Okay? I really I didn't know that I was going to do a reading today. I was just kind of feeling it out to see. And I'm glad that I'm here. This has been energizing for me in a way I wasn't expecting. So that's really cool, because sometimes readings can be draining. But I want to thank y'all from the depths of my soul for being here and just spending time with me. There's so many other readers out there, and we all have our own purpose. And every reading is not for everybody. And also, these are general readings. So for those of you who are here, who are tapping in, and whose energy I am tapping into, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing what comes next. I wish y'all a wonderful week ahead. Ashhh.